Is that $40,000 check in step with 10% for the big guy?
It sure is. And if you go back to that email that you just put on the screen, Tony Bobulinski, who was also supposed to be in on that deal with CEFC and the Bidens, where Joe Biden was supposed to get 10% according to Hunter Biden, it matches up perfectly. We traced the $40,000 check that Joe Biden received all the way back to that WhatsApp message where Hunter Biden claimed his father was sitting beside him, where he was shaking down the Chinese operative. That's where that $40,000 was triggered. Just a few weeks after that text message, that $40,000 landed in Joe Biden's pocket after the Bidens laundered it. But that money came from China, further evidence that Joe Biden benefited from his family's influence peddling scheme.
Well, you have now released a lot of evidence with regard to this situation, whether it be witness testimony, 176 suspicious activity reports, now these checks going directly to Joe Biden. He says he never discussed business with his son, was never in business with his son. Are you planning on calling them in and getting subpoenas out?
Absolutely. We've always planned on doing that. This has been a painful process, Maria. We've been obstructed. We've been fought at every turn, not just by the Biden's big money attorneys, but also by the federal government. The IRS is obstructed. The DOJ has obstructed. The Treasury has obstructed. FBI has obstructed. And the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have pretty much been the Biden legal defense team. But through it all, we have followed the money. We've done this the right way. We've subpoenaed bank accounts. And now we have enough bank accounts, Maria, where we can actually trace the money. We can connect the dots because as you showed on the screen with the series of transactions, that's called money laundering. And this was a very organized criminal enterprise by the Biden family. This wasn't just some drug addict, doing concoctions and making wild transactions. This was very organized. And the reason they did these complicated transactions was to disguise the source of the revenue and to deceive the IRS from paying taxes. So what you're going to see in the coming weeks is a lot of loans. Anytime the Bidens have money, they're going to claim it was a loan because you don't have to report loans on your taxes. If you're the IRS and you're just looking at someone's taxes, you would never know that Joe Biden got 2 checks for loan repayments, $200,000 and $40,000. You wouldn't know about all the money that we're going to show that James Biden took in and Hunter Biden took in from loans. Loans is a way, it's an integral part of money laundering where you deceive from the IRS about the revenue you're taking in. In other words, you're a tax cheat.
Wow. So in other words, in addition to potential bribery, influence peddling, there could be tax evasion as well?
All we see in the Biden transactions are loans. But you never see where they made any interest payments on loans. Very seldom do you see where they even made a principal payment on the loans. I think the next big question the Biden family, including Joe Biden,